employees, over 2,000 employees, and we're going to get them and challenge them to plug into the Volunteer Sacramento initiative, which will be very important for our community. We're going to have tomorrow a volunteer breakfast where we're talking to different leaders in the community about volunteerism and what they can do to help. So all of the volunteers will come up and surround me really quickly. I appreciate that. So, we kicked off this initiative back in March and have had a lot of great momentum, and all these people here represent key corporations and organizations in the city of Sacramento. And this is the best of Sacramento. So while we have challenges with the state budget, we get a COPS grant today, which is significant, and the community steps up and says, look, what can we do to help our community? So the Volunteer Sacramento initiative has gotten tons of momentum. I want to thank AT&T. Raise your hand, AT&T. They committed $65,000 when we first started this initiative, which is a huge amount of money in a very difficult time. But they said, look, we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and if this initiative will get more people to help and engage in volunteerism, then we're willing to do that. I want to thank Wells Fargo. Chebo is here as well from Wells Fargo. They stepped up at $50,000, and they were committed to saying, look, we want to encourage our employees as well as AT&T's employees, but also more people to give back in our community. And again, represents the best of Sacramento. We have Intel represented. We have Leroy here from Intel, and they stepped up with a $25,000 commitment to make sure that this initiative will go forward. I think most of you know our goal is to be the #1 city in California when it comes to service hours. Our goal is 500,000 hours. I have a little more on that a little bit later in terms of that challenge. We have somebody from Sierra Health here. Diane, we got Diane here from Sierra Health. They also stepped up with $50,000. Our goal was to raise $400,000 for this initiative for this year, and we are halfway there because of all their commitments. Do we have anybody from Sacramento Association of Realtors here?
No.
Okay, they also made a commitment of $5,000. So as we're out there talking to corporate leaders, we said Walmart, in the down economy, they seem to be continuing to do well. We need to get you at the table today. So we have someone here from Walmart who's going to present a check presentation as well. So I'm going to let you present it. I can't officially take a check presentation, but we'll...
All right, so we'll turn this around.
I don't want to touch it.
Well, thank you, Mayor, and I'm proud to be here on behalf of Walmart and the Walmart Foundation with these great partners in Sacramento. Walmart is a company that believes in operating globally but giving back locally. We know, like the companies standing here with me today, the greatest impact we can make is right here in our own communities. Our associates believe in that, they take pride in that, and our associates that live and work here in Sacramento are proud to be the newest partners of Volunteer Sacramento. We applaud you for your commitment to Sacramento and all that you do here and promote volunteering. It really is going to take all of us working together to make a difference and continue this great city that we have. So thank you for your leadership and your support. On behalf of Walmart, I'm proud to present the $25,000 contribution today to Volunteer Sacramento.
So is this, like, can we get the cash to say, where's the real
Can we
check?
ask Wells Fargo, can we take the big bank to the check?
Right to the ATM.
Right to the ATM.
All I know is I'm glad it's not an IOU that we have to try. So thank you for that. Again, this is a proud moment, and this group up here represents a small portion of the best of Sacramento, that we are not going to sit by idly when our economy and our community is challenged. We're all going to step up. So I want to thank each and every one of you for your financial commitment. These dollars go toward administrative, they go toward our website, they go toward promoting and marketing this event, and there's been a host of other people who've given in-kind services to really make this a reality. And we're at over 225,000 hours at this point right now. Again, we're challenging everyone in Sacramento who's of age and capable to at least volunteer 10 hours between now and the end of the year. And volunteerism, we have been told up at this point, is increased 33% at this point from last year. So we're up 33%, which is very significant. So this is a one-year initiative. but I am starting to believe that we're going to have the kind of momentum that we're going to have to do this year after year, and maybe over the next 3 years we can continue to set the record straight. I will say this, that we want to be a leader in Sacramento, and the San Diego mayor and people down there are starting to call our office, and they're accepting our challenge. So we're not going to just be able to coast to the finish line. I don't want to tell you all that now. I'm going to tell you more about that at another particular time. So I want to thank all the volunteers again. Let's give them one more round of applause. All right, the last two items on my miscellaneous items, transportation, number one, the Greyhound terminal will be on the council agenda tonight, so you guys will hear a little more on that. And then on Thursday, was it Wednesday or Thursday of last week?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday, I was in Denver. The city of Sacramento was chosen one of 8 cities in the West that the U.S. Conference of Mayors did a case study, and we chose the intermodal to be the transportation center project that they studied. So it was an unbelievable experience. You get mayors from around the country, you get people from NEA, architects, all looking at our intermodal project, telling us what we're doing well, telling us what we can do better. And I was very clear that my goal is for Sacramento to be a world-class city, and the intermodal has an opportunity to really have a significant impact in our community. It's already the second busiest train station in the state of California, one of the 7th busiest in the country. So again, a lot of opportunity there. All right, we're open to questions.
Mayor, this COPS grant funds the officers for 3 years. You've got a contract with SPOA for about that time, so you kind of know generally where your police budget's going to be. How optimistic are you that when that 3 years is up, that the city will have the funding to keep these officers that are hired on?
Yeah, so I mean, two things. Number one, I mean, it's a 3-year commitment, and what we've done in a good way is we were able to stabilize the Sacramento Police Department's budget, and we know this grant's 3 years. At year 4, then we have an obligation to keep those officers going forward. So again, I have said all along that I think we need to align our resources with the priority of the community, and public safety is a top priority. So I think that we should do everything that we can to make sure that those funds are available, and that we make the necessary allotment of our general fund to make sure that we can continue those officers. Again, my goal is to have 2 officers per capita. That's the goal, and we're at 1.5 or 1.6. So this is a good dent in that direction, but it doesn't get us to where we want to be, and it's going to take something, a very strategic plan over the next 3 or 5 years to get there. And that's part of what I'd like to sit down with the chief of police and others and see if we can make some good dents in that direction.
Mayor, obviously Sacramento County didn't get anything today. So 2 questions. 1, your reaction to that, and 2, do you think that the city, which did get some funds, can help the county out? Because after all, the county's going to lay off 130 sheriff's deputies today.
So let me give you my couple reactions. My first reaction, I'm elated that the city of Sacramento got $9.5 million, and we can hire over 30 more police officers and put on the streets. I am very elated, again, elated by that. That is critical, and that is not something that we're going to take lightly. That's my first commitment and reaction. And in line with that, and to realize that other states, other cities around the country, New York didn't get dollars. That is very significant. Philadelphia got about the same amount that we did. So for us to be in a very competitive situation and get a significant grant at this particular time, I was elated. Number 2, when I found out that the county and the sheriff really got shut out and didn't get anything, I was very disappointed, because again, we're in this together, and we look at the sheriff's department as a real significant partnership for our city and our county. I said from day one that I feel it's extremely important that the mayor of Sacramento have a regional perspective, and what happens in the county impacts the city, and what happens in the city impacts the county. So this will just be another opportunity for us to figure out ways to partner and find efficiencies that we can work with the sheriff's department. I actually talked to him, about a half hour ago, and he was very disappointed. He told me that he thought that there might be a chance in October, that the federal budget's on a different fiscal cycle than everyone else, and there's a small chance maybe in October that this issue could be revisited. He said, this weekend he's going to have to cut 130, officers, which is very significant, not just for the county, that impacts the city as well. So again, the chief and the sheriff are continuing to find efficiencies and ways that we can consolidate and partner and hopefully, scratch each other's back. But at the end of the day, we've got to provide public safety in our community, and that doesn't stop at city limits. It goes much, much further beyond that. You can't have a parochial perspective.
Mayor, do you think the process was fair, and how much of a difference do you think your lobbying trips made earlier this year? Did that make the difference why the city got something and the county